Hello and welcome back to Bube Trader. Today I will do a quick review on US stock market, and I will start with S&P 500 SPX. All right, so about a couple weeks ago I did review, and I say you can zoom in a little bit here. I say from here I'm gonna pull back to this orange line. Most likely we're going to pull it down a little bit more before a bounce, and I thought it's going to bounce up here to maybe up here only at around 6,600, but you can see it's actually went all the way to 66.96 and then pull back again, right? And then bounce on Friday. Well, so what's next for SPX? Let's see. So short term is still overbought, same as long term, very overbought. Well, again, at this point, you can see it bounce, right? From here, pull back, test it, bounce again, pull back, tested both of these lines, and then bounce a little bit. I believe it will come back a little bit more again, but this time I'm thinking it's going to come down to 6,500. Then it might bounce back like this, or it actually this time you're going to bounce lower to probably right here at about 64.45 and then bounce. So, like this. Okay, so this is the first part. Seemed like to be more probable, but we don't know if the government shutdown somehow lag and delay. We might see this coming down to 64.44, 6444. Yeah. But most likely going to be 6,500. Oops, what happened? Oh. Ooh. So most likely is 6,500. Okay. But we will see how it is. This is most likely going to happen. All right. Next for SPY. Well, same thing. You can see, right? A bounce, came back, bounce again. But you see for SPY, it's not as strong as S&P 500, even though it's kind of like mirroring the index. Okay, so most likely I say it's gonna come down to 646. So 646. And then we're gonna bounce. Okay, so that is basically the short term. In a week or two, it will do like that. All right, next we have Nasdaq. Well, same thing. You can see it bounced, but it's actually bounced higher than I expected. Well, again, you can see it bounce, but then came right back and then bounce from the support. Just like the other one, it might come up a little bit here, but most likely it will come down and test right here as 23,939. So I just put it 24,000 for Nasdaq, because they like the even number. A trader does make things easier for them. So we got a pullback and bounce. You can see overbought, really overbought a long term, and we gonna just need a bounce, one time or some more, because right now it's actually really overbought. Everybody is most likely all in, so usually it will go to the other side. QQQ actually look like this. I actually sketched it wrong. So same thing, we might have it come down and come up like that, but it might come down even more, down to at least here, 580. Okay, but this most likely will bounce at 587. All right, next is Dow Jones. Same thing, you can see it came down to here, bounce, pull back, bounce again, and you can see it's inching a bit closer to the end of the wedge, and usually that is where it will make a big move. And for me right now, we might see a little bit more of a bounce. It's most likely will come back here again at 45.6. Let's say 600. 45,600. It might come down to 45,000, but most likely we bounce from here a little bit before we pull back even more to 45,000. So we will have to see how it works out. All right, IWM Russia. Russia is actually a little bit better. So you can see that, but you can see right at the intersection, it pulled back. So it might bounce a little bit more in a day or two, and then it will pull back lower and then bounce, or we can even go down lower to 227. Okay, and again, this is just my prediction. It actually might go even higher, 234. So 234 is most likely target, but it can go even lower. All right, next is crude oil. All right, so crude oil, it was around here when I say, okay, most likely we'll have a bounce to 66, then we pull back. You can see it's right here. Okay, even though from here it pulled back already, but it will bounce a little bit more. So basically it's right here already. Now look like it might pull back a little bit, probably to 63, and then we'll have a bounce, and this time it's my about to 70. So that is my next my next target for oil. So right now I am actually looking into oil stock and see which one I should invest in for long term, because I think it is time. You can see it's broke out here, so we might have a pullback and then boom, it will go up pretty quickly. Well, same for dollar. 2 weeks ago I predicted it's gonna come up here, right, and then broke out. Well, it actually broke down, then came up and then broke out, and now it's pulling back. You can see pulling back, right? So what's next is we'll pull back to here, about 97, low 97, and then the next leg up, I believe it might go all the way up to 100 something, let's say 101. So this might be the move that a lot of people not prepared for. So if this happens, the stock market will come down. So we will have to watch. A lot of people, most people are all in. That is when you want to be conservative and wait for the moment. Okay, gold. Gold, it was here. I say, okay, look like I'm predicted it will pull back and then bounce, but it pulled back very little and then bounce already. Overbought, you can see overbought a lot, but doesn't mean it will come down. It will come down one day, but right now it looks like it's still enjoying the leg up. I expect it to pull back to 36 something, bounce a little bit and then pull back even more. If dollar going up and equity start to pull back, we will have pullback in gold as well. All right, next will be lumber. Okay, so you can see, right, lumber, I expected to was here. This was the bear flag here. It went up I went down all the way, broke out of this wedge, and then came up to my target, pulled back as I predicted, and then right now it's bouncing, and my target is 615. It looked like it was 600 and looked like it's ready to pull back, but we don't know. Let's see. I will leave 615 there. Okay, so you can see this. If I use the low, look like we might have a little bit more bounce. Who knows? But look like it's still at the trend support. So maybe it will actually come up to 615, right? And then pull back to level right now about, okay, about 600 or 594 again. And then I will check back and see how it is, but look like the move is done for now. If dollar is going up, that means lumber might even pull down more. and maybe it will come down to 564. Okay, but we will check back and see. All right, next is TLT. Okay, so I would expect the move from here up to 90. That's why the red line is. And then I say, okay, we will have a pullback down to the orange line, the top orange line, which is the top of the channel, and it was acting as the support, and they expect a bounce higher to 93. Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna go there that fast. And you know what, it might even come down. So I will leave it like this, but now it looked like it might even come down to here around 87.50. So I think we might have, let's say a little bit more. Maybe right here, 87.23. So let's make it 87 even. Yeah, it might even come down to this and then a bounce. Before I was looking for a bigger bounce, but looks like we might have more a chance to go down and go back to the channel before the breakout. I don't know. It seems more probable this way. All right, if you like this video, hit a like, share, and subscribe. If you want me to review any stocks, comment below, and then I will do that when I have time. All right, thanks. Have a good night.